Hello and welcome to Chip Off the Old Block Toys. This is Jeff here. Today was part 3 of building the logging railway, which is Lego set 910035. And if you're not familiar, this is one of the Bricklink Designer sets. This is Series 2, which is actually not Series 2, but I'm not going to get into that. That's beyond the scope of my introduction. What we're going to do tonight is we're going to start building the train, well, the bridge. We've already built the train, and I'll show you here in a second. I got some good news, so we'll share some stuff as we go along. But yeah, this is part 3. I know we're not going to finish tonight because we're only on bag 8, and there is, I think, 18 bags on this one. So yeah, there's no way we're getting done tonight, but hey, we'll get as far as we can. So if you're watching it now, please hit the like button or subscribe if you haven't already, and leave me a comment below if you're watching on the replay. And if you're watching on the replay, I'd also appreciate a sub and a like. But let's go ahead and let's switch cameras. That's the first piece of good news. Look at that. It actually works again. That's the first piece of good news. But there's a piece of bad news attached to that. Anyway, here we go. We've got the train. So the train here is the engine. I did fix the log. And we've got the caboose. And now we can slide this all the way out of the way. Well, how's it going, CSX Rail fan? And John, Greg, how you doing? And let me go ahead and pull up the instructions on this bad boy. I've had a pretty good day. How about you guys? How's your day been? I sure got a heck of a lot done today. That's what made it so fun. Seriously, I did. So I do believe the log needs more fiber as well. Greg, you and I think alike. Okay, let's see. Yeah, bag number 8 is what we're on. So let's go ahead and get started on that. Slide this over. So, okay, here's the news, or some news. I bought a new one of these right here. And if you don't know what this is what you use to plug your camcorder into your computer for streaming. I bought a new one because I thought it was broken. These little suckers are expensive. They're 90 bucks. Well, guess what? I plugged it in, the new one, and it wasn't the problem. So then I did some searching on the web, and I found out that the real problem is StreamYard, after the last Google Chrome update, has not been able, several users have not been able to connect 2 cameras. Well, I'm a little upset about that because I'm not going to tell you how much StreamYard costs a year, but it's expensive. And they didn't bother to send anything out to let us know that, hey, you know, you might experience problems with this. I had to go digging, and I found it on their tech support page. And they say you have to use Firefox. Well, I don't even have, or didn't have, Firefox even installed on my computer. So I had to do that today. But anyway, you know, long story short, yes, it's a pain in the you-know-what, but at the end of the day, at least now I've got 2 cameras. And I have to be honest, too, even though I didn't want to buy a new one of these little cam link things, I do like the new one because the new one came with a cord. You see kind of how this is fat right here? Well, it actually blocks 2 USB ports on the side of my laptop. So by buying the new one, it came with an attachment with the little USB-A, which I have on the side of my laptop. So this is only taking up 1 spot instead of 2 now. So there are some good things. Now, the part that's not good is that I have to do this right here 13 times. So stick with me. We'll get it done. Let's see. What have I done today? Well, let's talk about what I did yesterday first. Yesterday, I went to my interview, and I'm happy to say that I was offered a job, and I'm also happy to tell you that I accepted said job. So I start in January, and it is with the IRS. How much is this set? That's a really good question. I will tell you in about a minute here. Let me pull up my Lego account here on the other screen. Oh, well, oh my goodness. This thing's doing everything at once. Okay, here we go. It does everything it wants, but not what I ask. That's about the norm here. Okay, my orders. And let's pull this back. So yes, I do have a job. This set right here, before tax, was $209.99. It is a limited edition run. They only made 30,000 of them. So at this point, you'd have to buy it on the secondary market, which, oh boy. I don't know what to say about that. Sorry. It's a great set, though. And I do hope you can get your hands on it for a reasonable price if you're looking to do that. So I accepted the job. And today they sent me a packet where I had to do like the I-9 form. I had to send them my birth certificate, had to do all that good, fun stuff that nobody ever wants to do, and certainly not me, but I got it all done. And, well, hopefully I'll be starting in January like they said. And I was impressed because of my accounting background. They gave me a little bit more money than what they advertised. Not a lot, but a little bit more. And hey, you know what? I'm not going to sit here and complain because I saw what they advertised, what they paid. So I was happy with that number. And then I get there and they're like, oh, well, you have a degree. Oh, we can bump you up a little bit. Okay, well, I'm not going to argue with that. Hold the gun to my head. I'll sign here. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to be doing that. And no worries, guys. There actually is a clause that I had to sign today that says that I am not allowed to view anybody's tax return that I know. So you all are safe. I will not be looking at your taxes. I wouldn't want to anyway. Are they requiring a gun permit? No, they're not. I did not sign up for, the IRS actually does have their own police force, if you didn't know that. No, I don't have to have a gun permit. So I think that's the best news that I've had in a while, is that went to the job fair and now employed. So, okay, we've made 7. We got to do 13 of these bad boys. Sorry for repetition, but go to the original creator if you want to complain about that, because I have nothing to do with it. The IRS is 30. Yeah. And Ken, he says, evening from Atlanta, Georgia. I'm sitting here watching my favorite YouTube person while I'm sitting on my 30-minute lunch break. All right, so you are back to work. That's awesome. 2, 4, 6, 8. And actually, I'm excited about being back to work, to be honest. So, oh, the IRS is 30 minutes from you. Okay, all right. Yeah, it's a little over an hour for me. And while I'm in training, I will have to commute. But after the training period, you can sign up for telework, and they do pretty much accept it. And telework, you only have to go in 1 day a week or once every 2 weeks, depending on the team you're on. I don't know what team I'm on yet because I don't know my manager yet. So I have no idea whether that is going to be a possibility or not. I'm hoping that it's once every 2 weeks instead of every week. But you know what? I ain't complaining. I got a job, and that's really all that matters. And I'm really happy about having a job. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. 2 more. I cleaned out my truck today, and oh my goodness, did it need it. You guys might have heard. If you didn't hear, Enzo demolished the Avengers Tower. And that's kind of what happens when you lay on it. So I went in my truck, took everything out, carefully picked up the pieces, and, well, it's a mess. And don't worry, Enzo's still alive, barely, but he's alive. All right, so let's see. How many we got here? We got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. Okay, and we got a few extra pieces. Oh, okay, I see. All right, so we start off with this guy, and we just hook them all together. All right, let's do that. You know, I do not envy the guy who works at Lego, or actually, these are submitted by fans. I don't envy the guy who figured this out. This looks like it would have been really hard. Oh, yeah, dog hair galore. Oh, my gosh. It was gross. Okay, so we got this all together. And Ken says, I'm working Thursday and Friday, my man, Tuesday, for I'm off 3 days. And Monday. Okay. Did any of you see the launch? Honestly, I did not. I've been so busy with the onboarding that took about 3 hours, to be honest, because they wanted everything, including your firstborn. I told them all I had to do was ask. I'm partially joking. I'm not. I don't mean that. Okay. Now we're on to bag number 5 or 9. What am I saying 5 for? We're way past 5. As you know, when a woman says we're way past that now, you know you're in trouble. Anyway, all right. So we got to make 15 of these. So let's go ahead and just shut the yapper and get going. I'm going to get some Dave's Hot Chicken tomorrow. Is that, I assume that's close by? By the way, Greg, we haven't talked for a while. How's your work going, man? And John, do you have any good stories? I mean, I know you had a client once that you were doing calls for tuna, canned tuna. You ever have anybody call and ask, where's the beef? Sorry, bad jokes. Okay. I am in the middle of reorganizing my, what do you call it? You remember those Acro Mills drawers that I had, the Great Wall of Lego, as I used to call it, on my my video with the monthly update? Well, I took that down and put it all in bags, and now I got to put it back up. But the catalog has changed a lot since the last time I organized it. So I'm putting it all in a spreadsheet, and I am organizing it according to how the Bricklink catalog is today. That way, it'll make it easier when I'm looking for pieces, and not only that, when I am needing to order pieces, I'll know whether I have it or not before I order and not waste money. So it's a tedious process, but I'm doing that. It's getting cold here in Atlanta, Georgia tonight. How cold is it? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Okay, we need 3 more of these. Yeah, here in Malad, it was 40 today. However, by the time I got out there to work to clean up my truck, it was only 28. And my garage is so full, I had to pull my truck outside to work to clean it up. And that kind of sucked, because it was, if I close my garage door and it stays closed for a couple hours, it'll get up to like 45 in there. Even even with it like being like in the 20s, it'll still stay about 40 in my garage. Problem is, I had to be outside. There's no choice. So it was nice and cold out there. A little too cold. But yeah, I'm organizing those little black drawers, and I've been like mad working on printing off new 3D printed dividers, because I'm gonna need them. And I printed off 2 batches, and I'm printing off a third right now. I was hoping that it would be done before the live stream, so I'm not sure how loud it is. I think it's loud, but it should be done here shortly. Anyway. Greg, that's a good question. Kenneth says 51 degrees. Well, if you're not used to it, that is cold. I grew up in California, so to be honest with you, when I first, my first place I moved after leaving my parents' house was Utah. And oh my gosh, I remember we had a storm one night that dumped 2 feet of snow. And I had never driven in snow before. And that was the first snowfall I encountered. It was cold. And a friend of mine said, well, look, because it's going to be so, the streets are going to be so awful out there, ain't nobody going to be out there. So you might as well go find yourself a grocery store parking lot and just play in the snow and get used to it. And that's how you learn how to drive in it. And that's what I did. And that was in 1992. Wow, it's hard to believe 92, man. Or was it 93? Anyway, it was a long damn time ago. How's that? And how are my kids doing? They're good. Jessica, I haven't talked to in about a week. But if you guys don't know, my daughter Jessica likes cosplay. My daughter's a natural blonde. So one of her favorite things to do is dress up as Harley Quinn. And she does a good job. And she likes those cosplay things. And she lives in the Washington, D.C. area. So there's a lot of cosplay that goes on around there. So she can jump across Northern Virginia, Baltimore, and then DC itself. There's a lot going on in that area. So she does that. And Natalie, she's doing pretty good. Natalie is getting ready to go into the Marines as a pilot. Her basic training is in January, I believe. And actually, I need to call her because she was supposed to know the exact date on the 18th, and I haven't talked to her since. I don't know. Amanda's doing pretty good. Amanda is asking me to keep my Bricklink store going. My daughter Amanda, she wants to make a little bit of money, and I don't give my kids money. They have to earn it. So she's asked me to buy some merchandise so she could sort it and make some money. We'll see. I don't know. Hey, I'll do what I can. I may or may not do it. I kind of don't want to do it because I've been selling down my inventory for a while and I don't want to do it. Anyway, sorry guys, 15, so this takes a while. Let's see. Spencer, oh boy. Spencer's doing pretty good. He sliced open his thumb yesterday, though, while he was cooking, and he had to go to the hospital and get stitches to put it all back together. And my granddaughter's doing well. One's in 2nd grade already. Holy crap. I'm old. CSX, how long will this take? What are we, only 20 minutes into this? I don't know. I didn't think I was going to get done tonight, but there actually might be a remote possibility that I do because, well, I usually do my live streams for an hour, hour and a half. And I've done 2 live streams already, so we're about 2.5 hours into this. And I think an hour and a half tonight would be enough to finish this. I do have Jaws. It's sitting right down here, and that's going to be the next set of live streams. I'm kind of hoping we do finish tonight, and I'm going to tell you why. I am probably not going to be able to do a live stream on Friday like I wanted to, and because of that, I'm hoping to get done tonight with this. You know, I don't like how this camera. Let me move the camera. I don't like what it's doing. All right. I like that camera view a lot better. Oh, well, that's nice. At least I didn't hurt my fingers this time. Well, I heard it hit the chair, not the floor. So, well, it hit the floor somewhere. Well, that's a bummer. All right. I don't think I have any of those in my store, so I hope I find it. Let me look real quick again. I hate when that happens. Well, oh, there it is, way over there. I was going to say, just did a Houdini on me. And CSX, yes, I do. I've been collecting Legos since 1979. And I've got the Black Seas Barracuda, the original Eldorado's Fortress. I've got a lot. The Shipwreck Island. I can't remember what else from that I've got. Do you own any of those, by the way? Yes, the bathroom is my first set. Greg, you've got a great memory, man. The bathroom is my very first set. And it's got one of those upscale minifigures and the regular little minifigure. And what's funny is the regular minifigure in this is the baby. So. And, you know, I'll say this. My channel is not monetized. I do this strictly because I enjoy doing this. I think it's a lot of fun. It's a great hobby. It keeps me out of trouble most of the time. And truly and honestly, I like creating my own stuff. I did a 7-foot daily bugle. Okay, cool. So we got that. So we got to do this 11 more times, guys. We have the Creator Pirate Ship. That's a good one. I have that one as well. That was the 3-in-1, and I wished I could have afforded to buy 3 copies of it, because usually I do try to get 3 copies of those 3-in-1s. But that one there, I actually, if you guys remember that Vegas haul that I had from that guy who quit selling Lego, that's how I got that copy. It was in that haul, and I don't know, man. I like to go back to Vegas. I've been there a few times. It's actually fun. How's my mom and dad? They're doing pretty good. My mom, I love my mom. Don't get me wrong, but my mom, she's a little strange. She's hard to get close to. She puts barriers around, and here lately, with what I've been going through, I've seen a lot of those barriers with my mom. I've been very honest with her about what's going on, and my mom's barriers have been broken down. And she actually contacted me this morning because she wanted to know how my interview went. And my mom was really sweet and said she was praying for me, which I'm going to tell you, my mom doesn't say that kind of stuff. I mean, seriously, I don't really hear her ever say that stuff. So for her to say that she was praying for me, that was a shock. So anyway, yeah, I'm grateful that she's warmed up a lot. And my dad, he's doing pretty good health-wise. He's actually doing a little better. My dad's been, he's almost 80, but he decided he needed to start working out. So he's been working out and losing just a tiny bit of weight. But at his age, being heavy like he is not good. So, well, it's not good at any age, but it's really not good when you're almost 80. And he's been purposely losing weight. So he's doing really well. And we're going to have Thanksgiving dinner at my mom's. And my mom and my dad, they're still together. They've been married 60 years. So yeah, they're doing good. Thanks for asking, Greg. And I did go over yesterday after I was done with the IRS stuff. I stopped by my sister's house and we talked for a little bit. And she's not doing so well though. She's I can't reveal her problems on here, but it does hurt me to see my sister. Her and we've always been close, and she's she's going through a rough patch right now. So I do feel for her. We did talk about it, and I try to help her devise some solutions. Hopefully, one of those solutions will work. How's your dad doing, Greg? And John, you said your mom's test results came back. How is she doing? He's the same. All right. Oh, that's fair enough. All right. Hey, Suzanne, how's it going? Well, no, we saw you the other day. I'm sorry. Never mind. I was about ready to say it's been a while, but no, we saw you last time. Maybe I missed it in the comments, but how's the remodeling going? I mean, I know I didn't do live streams for like 3 months, so I mean, you're probably done with it now, but like to know, how did it go? Did you guys run into any unexpected problems, or did everything just fly smoothly? Oh boy, now we got to do 13 of these. Oh, Lori, it's been going on, dear. Nothing is ever smooth here. Sorry to hear that. I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing because that's how I feel sometimes. I was cleaning out the truck today, and that's all I wanted to do. And I took some stuff in my hands to take to the trash can, which is only like 30 feet away from the, you know, um, from the truck. Unfortunately, one of the damn wild cats jumped in the truck in that little bit of time I walked to the trash can and back, and I had a hell of a time getting him out of the truck. And I just thought to myself, man, I hadn't asked for all this. I'm not trying to feel sorry for myself, but in a way, I kind of did, because, like, I mean, I didn't ask for all this. I just wanted to take it to the trash. Come on now. Oh, plumbing issues. Oh, okay. Do you have a crawl space under your house, or is it a slab foundation? By the way, Suzanne, I asked because straight out of high school, I worked for a construction company, and every single house I've owned, except for one, needed a heck of a lot of work. And that's actually, to be honest with you, how I've made a lot of my money is buy these handyman specials. I fix them. And here in the U.S., if you own a property for 2 years and you live in it, you don't pay capital gains tax when you sell it. So that's why I ask, because I know a bit thing or two about it. And let's see, we still need to redo the roof. That will be on hold until spring. Yeah, I could imagine. Has it gotten real cold there yet, Suzanne? And I got to do this next number 14 times. Both concrete and crawl space. The crawl space is just under the laundry room. Okay. Yeah, I know that piping underneath the concrete, if you have a slab foundation, can be very tricky if something goes bad, because a lot of times you got to get a jackhammer and bust it all out just to get to it. And then when you replace it, you got to do a hydroponic test to make sure that no, trust me, I've had a slab foundation home before, and yeah. Oh, John says that the test came back negative for me for that surgery I had. Okay, good, man, good. And I need all new windows and doors still. Yeah. Do you guys have the Habitat for Humanity there in Canada? Because here we do. And Habitat for Humanity, people will donate materials to them, and you can get them for cheap. And one of the things that I like to get, is windows from them, because manufacturers will have minor defects to the window, and I'm talking about minor. Like most of the time after you install them, you can't even tell kind of defects, and you can get the window for like half off or so. Okay, so now I need to put these guys on there. All right. it is done, guys. The 3D printer. I just heard it shut off. Okay, so I have bag 11. It says I need bag 12 and bag 13, so we're going to bust those two open. Is this a 12? This is a 12 as well. You know, I've redone windows in my house, one of my houses I owned before Suzanne, and I mean, I know you have people helping you. They're really not that hard to do, and the benefit of having them done is just tremendous. Oh my gosh, I gotta do 57 of these, guys. Okay, well, let me slide this over. All right. You're on the hunt for a new tub. Suzanne, it sounds like you're having a little bit too much fun there. I mean, I got to do 57 of these. Oh my goodness. Well, you never put down a linoleum floor. Mine is kind of coming up because of where I sit all day. Yes, I have done a linoleum floor. In fact, one of my sisters told me a totally inappropriate joke. And you know what? Screw it. I know I like to be a family channel, but I found out from my sisters that my nephews and nieces aren't really watching anymore. So I'm going to dare it and tell you this joke. All right. How are men and linoleum floors the same? If you lay them right the first time, you can walk all over them the rest of your life. So there you go. And John, if you're in a spot where you're sitting there all day and you're rolling it over the floor, couple things, a mat might help, but if it's already coming up, you're gonna have to redo it. But I wouldn't suggest putting linoleum back down because the same thing's gonna happen. Or sometimes they do vinyl these days. But anyway, regardless, I wouldn't do linoleum or vinyl. I would actually, it might be a little more expensive, but I would do those little wood strips that make it look like hardwood floors, because that with a chair, one of those chair mats on it will last you forever. And I really mean it'll last a long time. So anyway, he says, not as bad as the Eiffel Tower. No, it's not, Greg, but I'll tell you what was worse than putting the Eiffel Tower together, taking it apart. And I did take it apart. So we've got a lot of live streams we could do, because I took down my whole entire collection almost. Silly me. Well, yeah, I think it's time to. Oh, John, it doesn't cost. Oh, I hate that plank flooring. That's what I have here now. Oh, really? I love the plank flooring, to be honest. Because if it's done right, it'll last a long time, man. And it's not that expensive, John. There are, if you're not too choosy on what you want, a lot of times these places will have, bits left over, and it'll be enough for your whole room that are discontinued. And if you don't mind that, you can, as long provided they have enough, because you need enough to do a whole room. But yeah, you can get it cheaper. Let's see. I'll send you pictures. Okay, sounds good. You have to show me, but I don't. Oh, okay. Well, I don't have linoleum. I don't have that flooring in my house here. I've had it in previous homes. My last home did. And anyway, if anything, I will put in real wood floors. Yeah, real wood's good too. It gets pricier that way, but nothing wrong with that either. Though real hardwood floors. Now, my favorite hardwood floor is oak. Oak is a nice hardy wood, and it can take some punishment, and especially if you cover it. My favorite thing now. I had hardwood floors in a home in Columbus, Ohio, and I resanded it down and didn't put any stain or anything because it was oak, and just put like 3 or 4 coats of polyurethane over it. And you put 3 or 4 coats of polyurethane, you can just about do anything you want to that floor, and you ain't gonna hurt it. Now, you have tile throughout the house. Do you have the smaller tiles, or you have the 12-inch Italian tiles? Now, my preference is the Italian tiles. That's what I have in my bathroom here. I like those a lot. Mainly because when you're laying them, it doesn't take as long because there's a lot less tiles. And I'm going to be honest, I ain't lazy, but I don't like working hard. Oh, you're not derailing my stream at all. I was running out of things to talk about, so I appreciate that. But yeah, Suzanne, I've purchased a few houses in my day that needed some serious work and got them for cheap. The house I bought in Columbus, Ohio, I bought it for 52,000 American dollars, and I just about paid cash for it. Anyway, I fixed it up. That was the house that we redid the electrical and plumbing, and we did windows. We did all kinds of stuff to that house. The hardwood floors, new gutters. We did concrete work on the outside because the sidewalks were all busted up. And in fact, the sidewalks were sloping towards the house, causing water to come in the basement when it rained hard. And when we replaced those, water almost never came in. And then I put a French drain around one side where it was still coming in, and we never, ever saw water coming in that basement again. Anyway, I've done a lot of work. In this house here, no exception. My goodness, did I do so much work to this house. Now, granted, my son lived with me, so he helped me out with a lot of it, so I can't take credit for it and say I did it all myself. But, yeah, it was good. It was good. I love homes. I love homes because of the value. You know, you can buy one, fix it, and turn around and sell it. And unless you buy a really bad home, you're going to make your money back on it. So real estate prices in the U.S. have just been freaking crazy. They have come down a little bit this year, but before that, the last couple years has just been crazy. And Suzanne says, I paid $15,000 cash for this one and will be the last one I do for my boy when I'm gone. Well, that's cool. And you know what? I think of my kids the same way. I want to make things easier for them so that when I pass, they get something out of it. I really do want to do that for my kids. Give the house to your son in the will. Well, my son says he wants the truck. We were talking the other day. I don't know how we got on the subject of death, but we did. And it was funny because, I remember how we got on it. I was hooking up the trailer, and I wanted to show him some things about the trailer. Because I just bought a trailer, guys. I bought a 7x14-foot cargo enclosed trailer. And I wanted him to learn how to, hook it up properly and how to check a few things. And in the middle of it, his girlfriend called, and his girlfriend's all right, but she can be long-winded. So I kind of said something to him, and I said, man, son, you need to get off the phone so I can show you how to do this. Because if I'm not here one day, you're going to need to know how to hook up this trailer to this truck because most likely you're going to be the one with it. Because he's mentioned before he likes my truck a lot. So that's why I said that. Well, we got to talking about it, and I showed him the stuff about the trailer and was very thorough about it. And then my son said, Dad, is there something I need to know about? Is there some sort of medical condition that you think you're going somewhere? And I'm like, no, I don't. I don't think I'm going anywhere. So anyway, I'm telling you what, guys, I still love living out here in the country. It is so freaking beautiful. It is so peaceful out here. I really do have the greatest neighbors, and I'm not just kissing their behind. I really mean it. I have some really good neighbors. They watch out for me. They make sure that, I'm doing all right. And all these times that I've gone to Texas, my neighbors have stepped in and fed my animals while I'm gone, so I don't have to worry about it. And it's just been great. I can't complain. Oh, and Greg, I sent that letter off today. So the post office has it because I dropped it off with my Bricklink orders today, which, by the way, has been going very well, the Bricklink orders. I cannot complain, will not complain. Let's see. I bought at the right time prices for insane. This place I could sell for as is for $80,000. That's awesome. That is awesome. Yeah, my house here's it's not that good of a profit margin, but yeah, I could definitely sell this house right now for more than what I paid for it 2 years ago as well. Well, guys, we got 40 of these done. We've only got another 17 to go. So let me slide over this over here. All right. Well, I think I need to just take a slight break by inviting on the mascot of the channel. All right. Enzo, come here. Enzo. Come on. Here he is. I know you can just barely see him. Okay, don't lick me. I don't like that. He likes laying his head on my belly. I need to get rid of this belly so he can't see it no more. Come on, move. Let's see. Suzanne says that way he doesn't pay any inheritance taxes on the house or anything I leave him. That is awesome. I don't know how the inheritance taxes work in the U.S. or Canada. I'm absolutely ignorant on that. All I do know, but see, this is outdated. When George Bush Jr. or whatever you want to call it, when he was president, I know that they passed a law that said that inheritance below $600,000 US was not taxed, but I know it also has sunset clause on it, so it's done now. And I don't know what the laws are. You know what sounds really good today? I want to go to Beto's. I want some of that chili verde burrito. Let's see. I only keep enough money in the bank for bills, and the rest is cash at the home. You know, Suzanne, that's what I've been doing for the last 2 years on this house now. This house is finally done, and I don't need to put, well, I cross my fingers. I don't have to do anything major to the house now, but yeah, I definitely understand that. How's Max? Max is good. Max is probably in the back room sleeping on the sleeping bag. I've got a sleeping bag back there for when Spencer stays here because I had to throw away the bed that he had. It stunk. That's what happens when you don't like to take a shower on a regular basis. You smell like a wildebeest. And I threw out that bed, took it to the dump and just dumped it. And So Max likes sleeping on that sleeping bag, I think, because it smells like Spencer, which, like I said, it's not a good thing. And let's see, Buddy, him and Tux must think they're in heaven because I let them in the house today. And they were in the house for, well, Tux was only in the house for about an hour, and I kicked him out. Tux is not fixed, so he likes to spray everywhere, and I just got through cleaning up this house, and I deep cleaned it, and I watched him for that time, made sure he was never alone, and so he couldn't spray. But because I had other things to do, I had to kick him out. But he must think he's in heaven because he got us to be in the house. How's Mrs. Chip doing? Her and her unit are out in California, Desert Valley, doing some, what do you call that? Well, lack of a better, training exercises, playing war games kind of thing. And they get back sometime next week. So I don't hear from her a whole lot because of the fact that they're not allowed to have phones. And not only that, there's really not a lot for her to say because of what they're doing, they're not allowed to talk about it either. So, and you know, when you're married to a soldier who's in a combat unit, you kind of get used to the fact there's certain things that they just can't tell you. So sometimes you don't know what's going on with them. I mean, I know she's safe. I know she's alive. But, yeah, I don't really know how things are going that much. John says it's comfortable. My boy is only 15 years old that walks around with $1,000 in his pocket. He goes to pay the water bills, goes shopping. Oh, boy. You know, I used to do something like that, too. Growing up, my mom's deaf, and growing up, we used to have to do certain things for her, and one of the things I remember doing was going to the electric company to pay the bill and standing in line for her. I was like 10 years old when I used to do that. Okay. Now we need to, all these little things I made, we need to place them. And I want to make sure I don't break this. So, okay, so why? That doesn't make any sense. It does make sense. I didn't follow directions. Okay. Well, I can recover pretty easily from that. Recon training, probably, but yeah, she's not really allowed to tell me anything, so I don't know. Yeah, I'm housebound. I don't ever leave the house, so he does all the grocery shopping. Okay. I'm well, I don't want to sound insensitive, so I won't say anything. I was going to ask a couple questions about that, but no, I don't. My thumbs are starting to get sore, guys. Don't feel sorry for me. I mean, after all, if you're playing with Legos this much, your thumbs being sore is actually a good thing. It's an oxygen issue. Without travel oxygen, I can't go. Oh, okay. I don't know if I've shared this with you, Suzanne, but I'm on oxygen when I sleep. For some reason, my oxygen levels fall when I sleep, even with the CPAP machine. So, and now it's time for a nap. Been a day and a bit. Okay. Well, Suzanne, I do appreciate you being here. Thank you. Hopefully, we'll catch you on the next live stream, which will be sometime next week. Of course, I say that lightly because next week is the holiday week, and I know I'll be going down to my mom's, and I might be down there for a few days because the last time I spoke to my dad directly, he made mention that his fence needs to be fixed and some other things. So he was hoping that I could maybe do that while I'm there. So, yeah, I might be there for a few days. So maybe I won't live stream next week. We'll have to play that one by ear. Yeah, CPAP, C-crap, whatever you want to call it. I don't like CPAP. Okay, so we're done with that section. Oh, hey, Janet, how you doing? It's been a while. How you been? Yo, yeah, Greg, I've been to St. George. In fact, my grandparents, the one that my grandpa owned a trucking business, he had a second home in St. George. St. George is actually very pretty, and it doesn't really get as cold as the rest of Utah. Okay, how many do I need? 14 of these. So yeah, there's a lot of snowbirds, as they call them, that go down there. You been down there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 7 it is. Let's keep going. I'm always afraid this is going to fall apart because this is really fragile. I don't need it falling apart, that's for sure. Janet says she's doing well. Awesome. All right, then we got another 12 to do. Let's do that. Did I get? Oh no, Janet, I did not. This was the only one. I didn't care for the mushroom house, and there was a train station, but I already bought one of the other train stations in the Bricklink Designer Series before they called it the Bricklink Designer Series. It's called Studgate. So I know I didn't buy it. Plus the fact that was right after the time that I had lost my job. So this was really all I could afford. Now, on this new series that came out, again, I have to thank everybody because most of the stuff is funded by Bricklink sales. And because of that, I was able to buy, I was able to buy all of them. for the next series. Sorry, I can't. Sometimes I just can't talk when I'm building. And that's not your problem. That's my issue. Okay. Now we need bag 14. All right. I think I'm going to keep going because, well, there is enough for another live stream. The Art of Chocolate looks good. Cool. Yeah. I think my friend Jim got that one. Is that series 2 or 3 though? I can't remember. I'd have to. You know what? I opened it. Let me look. Let me look at that order. Oh yeah, that's the series 3. I ordered 2 of each one. So I got the Art of Chocolate, the Harbor Master's Office, the Forest Stronghold, Lost City, and the Camping Adventure. I really like the Camping Adventure. That's going to be a nice addition to the city. So will the Harbor Master's Office. So, I'm trying to remember, Janet, series 6. I have seen the pictures, and I did go through, I think it was series 6, where they allowed us to voice our opinions, and I did voice my opinion on it. If that's the one, or if that was series 5. Whatever the latest one is, I did take the time out. But I don't remember enough about it to make a comment. I didn't like what Lego said about not building any modulars. I'm not happy with that decision. I think that the modular series is one of the best things that Lego ever came out with. So I would like to see them do more modulars, especially through these Bricklink Designer things, but they said they won't. So phooey on that. The Art of Chocolate looks real. Let me really look at that real quick. I'm trying to look at the big. Oh, it says it won't let me look at the picture. I just have a miniature. It does look like kind of a Christmas theme, like you could add to your Christmas village. And I really, really wished I could do a Christmas village this year, or winter village, or whatever. I've got enough of those to do it, but they are everywhere, my sets. I have no idea where the heck I'd even find them. So that's kind of a moot point right now. I kind of feel like Fry from Futurama. Shut up and take my money when it comes to these Bricklink Designer ones. Oh, shoot. Okay, well, let me fix that. You know, I thought I was going to finish tonight. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not going to, because we're already over an hour. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more bags after this bag. So I'm not going to be able to finish it off. And I know I won't be able to do Friday or tomorrow. Well, the weekend's looking pretty dicey for me as far as making a commitment. So I don't know. It may be sometime, might be like a week and a half before I could do another live stream. And thank you, CSX. He says, very nice. So anyway, but you guys will see it if I'm able to. I'll throw up a live stream, and we'll get her done. I also want to start the Jaws set that I have on the floor here. And then, as I was saying earlier, because I've been to Texas and back a few times, I've stopped at a few Walmarts along the way, and I've been able to pick up sets that were on clearance, and different areas have different sets on clearance. So I've got quite a few sets that I could do live streams for. A couple Star Wars and some others. So we've definitely got enough, and then plus the fact that my collection's in shambles right now, and I really mean that. Shambles is kind of being nice. How many did I need? 14 of these? Is that what it said? Yeah, 14 of these, and I got 7. Okay. Oh, no way, guys. It's raining out there. I can hear it hit the roof. Oh, I was disappointed with the trailer. Not the trailer, but when I bought the trailer, I went on Amazon and I ordered those hockey puck locks that you see a lot of times on trailers because they're very secure. And I've only had them like 2 weeks, and 2 of them I've already rusted like crazy, and to the point where they won't even. One of them doesn't even want to work. So anyway, I contacted Amazon. They're going to let me return it, and then I'm also going to do. I already did buy brand new ones, and this time I went with the brand name Master Locks. I think I ordered the bad cheap envelopes. Well, why do you say that? I ordered the cheap envelopes too. If you're talking about Seinfeld, don't lick them. They'll kill you like it did Susan. I think I counted about 50 sets in my backlog. Janet, you're a kindred spirit when it comes to that stuff. I've got so many. I shouldn't. I don't know. Sometimes I wonder why I buy another set, because I look at my pile and I'm like, okay, well, maybe I should. No, I'm going to buy more. Never mind. What was I thinking? That's how it usually ends up. All right, let's see what's next. Okay, we got to put a tile on top of all these. Janet, did you happen to get this set here? I should go in the business of Lego investing. You know, I actually will tell you, it's been a few years because I don't go to church really anymore. Actually, when I say not really, I mean not at all. But at one time I was going to church on a regular basis, and oh boy, did I screw this up? I think I did. Yeah, I did. Okay. Well, we'll fix her up. Back when I was going to church, my pastor knew that I liked Lego, and him and his wife invited me over for dinner one night. And while I was there, they were older like me, where their kids are gone, and he was like, "Oh, let me show you, give you a tour of the house." No problem. Cool. I'd like to see your house. So anyway, we get to this one bedroom. He opens and he goes, "Yeah, this used to be the guest bedroom, but now," and he opens the door and there's a whole crap ton of Lego sets in there. And he goes, "Yeah, I don't collect them. I don't open them. I just resell them because I found out from you that there's money in them." He says, "I just hold on to them until they retire." I was like, actually not a bad idea. Especially if you have a cool dry place to store them. I mean, investing's not a bad idea. All right, got a few more of these. And I think I didn't say this, but I don't know. Janet says she only ordered the mushroom house. Yeah, I mean, let me know what you think of that one, because I really kind of didn't like. Well, I didn't like it enough to buy it. Let's put it that way. But that doesn't mean it's not a good set. I mean, different people like it for different reasons. So who am I to judge? Oh, when it comes to those 3D printed dividers that I've been doing, I can do 15 per batch. So I've been doing that. And okay, now we got to do that. And so I've done 3 batches. So I've got 45 extra ones now for myself. Still haven't decided if I'm going to sell them like on Etsy or anything. I kind of want to, though. But I'm just happy I'm able to figure out how to print those things for cheaper, because I was getting eaten alive with how many of them I'm buying. It looks like the Smurf house. That's Greg's observation. All right. And Janet says, I really like it. I expected the Mushroom Village will also sell out. Yeah. Yeah, it probably will. I mean, I was reading Time magazine. They have a thing about Lego and how it changed the world. And it's really funny. They say that Lego's been able to attract a cult-like following, and I agree. It kind of is. And I mean, I'll tell you what. I'm part of a couple Lego groups on Facebook and stuff. I always love those dumb arguments. It's Lego, not Legos. It's like people getting uptight about that. It cracks me up. I'm like, look, man, there's more to life than worrying about how to pronounce or put an S on the end of a word. I mean, whatever. Oh, all right. Let's see this. This track is, let's see, 6. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'm going to have to get Excel out. Sorry. So equals 13 times 8 studs. We got 6 and 3. It is 113 studs long. Okay. Now, I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. Did I do that wrong? No, I didn't. I did it according to how I was supposed to do it. No, I didn't. Ah, dang it. All right. Well, I'm going to have to fix these. Oh, well, I put that one on backwards. So that's good that I found out. Nope, put that one on backwards too. Well, maybe it's a good thing I did make this mistake because I'm finding out that I kind of did it all wrong anyway. So I'll tell you one thing. There's nothing wrong with being an over-the-road truck driver, but with all the driving I've done to Texas and back, I've got no interest in being an over-the-road truck driver. I had a CDL at one time, but that ship has sailed, let me tell you. Okay, so I've got this on there, and then I'm trying to follow this. They want me to put, is it here? Is that what they want? Okay, yeah, I'm trying to follow this. How much did it retail for? $209.99. And hello, Connects Recreations. How you doing? Oh, that's wrong. It's very close to a Smurf house. Lego could really do a whole theme of little people living in plants. Actually, when I think about plants, I think about that movie, Little Shop of Horrors, with Rick Moranis. And I love that song with that one guy. He's like, I used to shoot cats with the BB gun. And my mom said, son, you're going to be a dentist. Anyway, I'm sorry. I know you guys don't come on here to hear me sing, so I'll stop right there. All right, so we have the trestle bridge, and I'm actually going to see if I can zoom out so you guys can see the whole entire thing. Give me a second here. There we go. There's the whole entire thing, including my water bottle, my mess. But there you go. Like I said, I'm going to stop here because there are still several bags left. I thought I was going to be able to get further, but no, I won't be able to. So this is what we'll do. Bag 15 will be next. And when I am able to do the next live stream in a little bit over a week, we'll go ahead and get her done. But you guys have a great night. If I don't see you before Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving to y'all. Hit the like button if you would and subscribe. Turn on all notifications. Leave me a comment below. Check out my Bricklink store. It's in the description. You guys have a fantastic night, and I will catch you guys on the next one.